Thank you for joining the Advancing Excellence podcast. In this episode, the discussion is something every organization should prioritize as the year comes to a close: a social media cleanup and audit. Let's listen and find out more.
Welcome to the Advancing Excellence podcast, where we explore strategies, tools, and insights to help you and your organization thrive. I'm your host, Janice Kleins, Marketing Manager at AOE, and today we're talking about something every organization should prioritize as the year comes to a close: a social media cleanup and audit. Joining me is Vicki Sequeiros, our social media practice group lead here at AOE. Vicki, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, Janice. I'm thrilled to be here again. Social media cleanup and audits are such important topics, especially as we prepare for a fresh start in the new year.
So let's just dive right in, Vicki. For those who might not be familiar, what's the difference between a social media cleanup and an audit?
Great question, Janice. A social media cleanup is all about decluttering and refreshing your brand's online presence. Things like removing outdated posts, cleaning up follower lists, and updating profiles. On the other hand, an audit is more analytical. It's about reviewing performance metrics and understanding what's working and identifying areas for improvement. The two often go hand in hand, and doing both at least once a year is essential for staying relevant and effective.
That makes so much sense. So let's start with the cleanup. Tell our audience what the first step is.
The first step is identifying all your brand's accounts. Over time, companies, organizations can accumulate old or forgotten profiles, maybe for past campaigns, or they were created by former employees who are no longer there and the accounts were forgotten about. So you need to do a thorough search for your organization's name, past brand names, or even old slogans. Once you've identified all the accounts, prioritize the active ones that align with your current goals and delete any dormant or off-brand profiles. Just make sure to save any valuable content before you hit delete. You could download them before you delete that profile. And what I mean by thorough search, conduct an internet search, like a Google search.
That's a great tip. What about decluttering feeds and connections? How does that work?
Well, start by unfollowing accounts that no longer provide value or don't align with your brand's values. It's also a good idea to leave old groups or channels that are inactive. And don't forget to review your follower list. Remove spam or bot accounts to maintain a healthy, engaged community. A smaller, more engaged audience is always better than a large, inactive one.
Absolutely. And what about content? Should brands be reviewing their old posts?
Oh, definitely. Go through your timelines and remove or archive outdated posts, discontinued product promotions, or anything that might be considered tone deaf today. Platforms like Instagram and Facebook have archiving features so you can declutter without permanently deleting posts. Also, review user-generated content. And these are photos or posts created by others that mention you, your organization, your products, services, etc. Untag your brand from anything inappropriate or spammy. And it's also, this is all about maintaining a polished and professional image and making sure you're not associated with entities that would damage your reputation.
Now, let's talk about the audit side of things. Where should an organization start?
Start with your audience. Dive into your analytics to understand who's engaging with your content. Look at demographics like age, location, and interests, and occupations where you can, like on LinkedIn. This will help you to see if your target audience has shifted and whether your content is still resonating with them, or if you're even reaching them. Use this data to refine your audience personas for the new year so you can create content that resonates with those you want to reach.
And what about content performance? Explain to our audience how you can evaluate this.
Look at engagement metrics like likes, shares, comments, clicks, and identify your top performing posts through those metrics. Pay attention to the types of content and formats that have worked best, whether they were videos, carousels, images. Also analyze when your audience is most active and which platforms or topics or even hashtags are driving the most engagement. This will help you to spot trends and optimize your strategy.
So talk to our audience about benchmarking. Is this important to performance?
Absolutely. Compare your metrics to industry benchmarks or to your competitors. Look for areas where others are excelling and that maybe you're not leveraging platforms or formats you haven't tried yet. At the same time, identify underperforming platforms or strategies and decide whether to improve them or shift your focus elsewhere.
Vicki, this has been so insightful. Before we wrap up, do you have any final tips for our listeners?
Well, my biggest tip is to make this a regular habit. Don't wait until the end of the year to clean up and audit your social media. Set a reminder to do a quick review every quarter and a deep dive annually. Regular maintenance will keep your strategy fresh and prevent major issues from piling up. And if you need help, of course, AOE offers free social media audits, so don't hesitate to reach out.
That's fantastic advice, Vicki. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Janice. It's always a pleasure.
And that's it for today's episode of Advancing Excellence. I hope you found this conversation as valuable as I did. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your network. For more information on social media, visit our website at aoeteam.com. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep advancing excellence in everything you do.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of the Advancing Excellence podcast. If you have any comments or questions, please get in touch with us at info@aoeteam.com. Don't forget to follow AOE on LinkedIn at Advancing Organizational Excellence, and be sure to subscribe to this podcast so you never miss an episode.